Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so I've kind of come full circle. What I did was went all the way around, went back to the base. The truck and trailer is too big for this area, so I had to leave it there. And I had to drive all the way over here with just the truck and put it in the base. So, I purchased this little dock because it's going to allow me to launch smaller vehicles, which is what I was saying was kind of the goal of the series. So we have a little bit of money. Let me just see if I can launch this boat without... I built a crabbing boat. Yeah, okay. It just needs a little bit of technology. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of technology. Okay, let's let it save. And then possibly a bed somewhere. Possibly. Yeah, anyway, so I made this little boat here. There's just a couple of things that still need to be connected. The crab pots themselves need to be connected. Out to down, and then the length, right? Length and the distance. So basically, when we turn it on, it'll measure the distance from here to the floor, and then it'll send this down, and it should stop. It'll just sit there bobbing up and down. See how it works. See how it works. It should, and then if we push the button, it should come back out. But I need another. I should. That's the problem that I was having, is that it's just so tight, the microcontroller. I guess I could make it one more, but it needs to have like a 0 switch on it. I wasn't sure how to build that. Right, just uses greater than or less than, and then it has this 0 switch. I suppose I could make both of these numbers 0. You push the button, it'll bring up the crab pot. Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. Here, let's just do this. I can make it one more, and then I can have this here, and this could be just stop. Ideally, once I unlock keypads, I guess I can unlock keypads, and then I could just put a keypad on it. Here, let's do this. Let's forget about that. Let's get out of here for a minute. What do I have left? I got 13 research points. Yeah, let's do this. Then, because with the keypad, you can set the length of the winch. I can just input it on there, right? Whatever the depth is, which is what I want to do. I know you can kind of make them automatic, but then what happens is that I guess I don't know how I would be able to put a switch in there, so that way because when it's automatic, it either extends or shrinks, and that's all it does. And it'll sit there extending and shrinking, and so it'll be consuming power constantly. Whereas if you just set the depth and then throw it overboard, you know, you can go an extra 1 meter or something above what the depth is. That wouldn't be too bad. Alright, so to do that, I need this here, because it's and keypad. Alright, buttons, search that. Oh, that leaves me with 10? Exactly? Oh, that means I can get oil. Alright, well, I'm going to leave that for now. It's only 10 for oil. I can get it at any time. We don't need it just yet. Just in case I need something else. Alright, I guess the middle of the night is probably a good time to be crab fishing. So, with the keypad, so this brings it in, but I can just replace that with the keypad, I think. Let's see here, if I replace that with the keypad, and then we change the input to a number, and we say select length, and then inside this is the length. And then that way, oh, I still need to turn it on. To push the button, see if the depth is greater than the length, it'll shrink, and if the length is, yeah, and if the depth is smaller than the length, it will expand. So maybe I need another switch on here? I'm kind of confused here. This is the distance to the C4. Or no, this is our depth. Our depth is our distance to the C4. Our length, this is the length of the rope. So that sets it up automatically. It measures the length of the rope and it says, okay, does it need to go out or does it need to go in? And then it just automatically throws those outputs out. So what we want to do is we want to have a custom length. So we could just replace that with our custom length. There we go. That's why it was so confusing. Just like that. And then it'll do the exact same thing. Cool. So we don't need the constant number and we don't need the length node. So let's get rid of that. And that's it. That's it. That's all. That's all it needs. Cool. Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll put a, I need to put a distance sensor on the boat. On the bottom here. And what that'll do, that'll just give me the distance to the C4. Yeah, there's a build system in here, a build system for the main area. Nothing for the front and nothing for the back. It seems to be alright. You know, it's just a little ship, right? It seems to be okay. That'll prevent it hopefully from sinking too fast. It'll probably still sink though. And then, okay, so then we need a dial for that. And that could be like this, yellow. Let's put that here. We can say depth, and we're coming from there to there, and then what else? I mean, this is our systems, right? So this could be our backlight. Just a couple of buttons, no big deal. Okay, perfect, that'll work. So now what we need to do is, we need to take that and that, we need to copy it, and we need to paste it, and And then each one of these has to be connected. Alright, so this is our depth. This is our length. And then this is in, up, out, down, that's it. Alright, this is our depth. In, up, down. This is our depth. Right over here. In is up, out is down. Okay, and that should be good. Then what do we need on the crab pod? Nothing, just release, just a release button, that's it. Alright. So we could replace these. With cable nodes. And then that way we just attach the cables, and then these things can go overboard. They'll go overboard from there, just with a rope. So I guess I'll need to test it. I should test it really quickly here. And I should just see if this custom length thing works. So it's going out. It's going to fully extend because of that length. Okay. What did I do there? If the depth is greater than, it's going to go out, and if the depth is less than, it's going to go in. So I need to make a bypass for this. Like a 0 on the depth. Like this can just be on. There we go. And then we can have an input in the node. And this can be on. Just like that. Perfect. There we go. That solves that issue. Alright, I'll test that, see if that works. That's pretty much it. And then I need to put a bed on here and a couple of things. Cool, so then if I turn it on, but I don't know why it's not, I don't know why it's just going out. Oh, you know, because it's reading the depth, right? But it should be comparing it to the selected length. So if it's greater than the selected length, it should go in. And if it's less than the selected length, it should go out. So this is backwards. There we go. There we go. Yeah, every time I spawn in, I lose fuel, so I want to see where we're at. Alright, we still got 5,000. Okay. So I could take it out one more time. Alright, so then if we turn that on, yeah, see, it's going in now. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. The crab pod is fixed. Let's take this. Let's copy it. And we'll... Oh, I see. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Paste. Still a little bit of work. I've been working on this thing for a while. Okay, so custom length in, and then we have out, which is down. Out, which is down. I'm sure one of them isn't going to work when I go out there. I'd like all of them to work because crabbing is really good money. But no, I just thought, you know, it'll be different, right? It's something different. I need to make sure these are empty. It's something different. Haven't really done yet. Okay, and then that slides in and out. Now I need another winch here. None of these winches are connected either, so I wonder if that'll be enough to drag that in. 10 meters is what, 30 feet? Could be. Yeah, it could be. Alright. So the idea here is that this goes out. We pick the crab pod out of the water, right? This can extend out if it needs to. So this will come in. We bring the length in. So the crab pod is here, and then I can just grab it, tie it to here. It'll pull it back, and then we empty the crabs, kind of, you know, they come out into here, right? That's it. That's the theory, anyways. That's the theory. It's probably going to be a mess. So we have that cable. We need another anchor. Probably just for a rope. Yeah, that can be on that side. Or are those together? They are. Okay. A double? I guess they could be a double. I haven't really thought about that. I think individuals, but nah, we'll make them individuals. Yeah, it's probably better that way, and then I can spread them out. There we go. Okay, so now that's there. These are all individuals. The other thing is we've got ropes for there. We've got ropes for there. Now just equipment. Oh yes, and then we need so make sure this winch has power. And this has power, but we don't have buttons for these winches. Just in case. Now this isn't meant to be a rescue ship. I am going to build another one for rescues. This is just meant to be, again, kind of like the truck. It's its own sort of vehicle. Oh, let's see. In, I've already got a label. Perfect. In is up, down. In is up, out is down. Make sure the fuel got power to it. Okay. There, just like that. Then I want to make sure, yeah, because if it was a rescue ship, I'd have to have more equipment and stuff, and I'm just not really interested too much in that right now. We need hoses. I think there's hoses on the. Are there hoses on the front? No, there are not hoses yet. Okay, we'll do this here. For fuel. Okay, and then do I have the underwater welding defibrillator? The thing about the rescues, it takes fuel, and that's why I don't want to be doing rescues yet, because it takes fuel. And the whole idea behind this whole setup is to conserve fuel. Now that's connected and that's connected. Perfect. And then this. Figure that out. Yeah. That's the whole idea, is to conserve fuel. Okay, we'll put 2 of those there. I know I'll probably need a few more. We'll get some down below. That's what we'll do here. Now, I guess I could put a bed down here. I'm not sure if it's like tall enough. I don't even know how that works. Okay, what is that? Straight pipe enclosed. There, and that way I can be down here if I need to. It'll breathe. Yeah, it's almost like that way I can skip time while I'm out there. Oh, come on. Computer, what are you doing? Oh, I'll test it out. I'll test it out here. Yeah, I can put a couple of beds in here. I wonder where the best spot is gonna be. Because when he stands up, right? That's my only concern is when the character stands up. Here, I'll do that. All right, let's save that and now just test it out. I don't know what I should do doing something. Okay, it's almost time for the pasture. I can sleep in it, but then if I get out of it, okay, perfect. Perfect. That works. Well, I think I'm ready to depart. I think that's everything. It's got lights. It's got sounds. What do we have for fuel? Not bad, not bad. It's got lights, it's got sounds. It's got all the equipment. I think it's ready to go. Ammo. Got ammo. These are unloaded. Are these unloaded? Yeah, these are unloaded up there, but I think the gun itself is loaded. Nope, the gun itself isn't loaded. What do I have? 37,000? Alright, let's get some ammo in here. And then that's what I was wondering if there's any more equipment I could throw on there. We need some guns and stuff, just some more guns, right? We have to go to shore. High explosive, this will work for airplanes and the enemy ship. Now, spacebar is going to be fire. Spacebar, fire. And then that just got electricity. Okay, we'll need to do 2 more tests. I guess I can need to do 2 more tests. See, every time we drop it in, I lose fuel. Just a little bit, though. We need to test the guns. Okay, they fire. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, now back to the equipment. So let's all the usual stuff, right? Some first aid kits and all that good stuff. So we'll do this here. Well, we can go fishing while we're at it. Okay, flashlight. Don't worry about hand grenades just yet. Probably don't need one on the boat. And we'll definitely need a pistol. We'll get a radio here. And then one of these. Eventually, we'll be able to use. We'll be able to remotely control the. Okay. And then let's see, for the pistol and the rifles, let's put them down here. Let's get a rifle here. Machine gun. Yeah, it should be in a lockbox. I'm not too worried. Okay, so that works for that. Then we have ammo. With guns, we have ammo. We have equipment. Got basic supplies. This thing's ready. We are ready. Nice. All right, so don't want to lose all our fuel. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty wide, but it's nice and stable, which is what I wanted. I didn't want it to be, the rescue ship is going to be a lot smaller. It'll be trim and all that kind of stuff, but this just needed to be wide, so it's a nice stable platform, right? If the waves get choppy and enemy ships come in or whatever, we want to have a good, we need to fire from here. We'll be able to do that. Nice. So now I don't know where we'll go to catch some crab. I thought we'd just stay probably in the bay. Maybe we'll come across here over to this side here. I mean, what's our depth here? 8, you know, pretty shallow. We'll pretend like we're, you know, just getting. Alright, we can just drop them here, honestly. So... guess I should figure out which one's gonna release first. And... that one is first. Okay, cool. Alright, and then... oh, I didn't label the green. Oh, it's 5 and 6, I think. And then W and S, or is it? Yeah, W and S. Alright, so we can set the length to, I don't know, 10. There we go, and then it just should head out to 10. And then that one's in the water. And then where's the... there we go. There we go. That's just going out and out and out, isn't it? Yeah. Well, there's a problem with that, I guess. Oh, as always, right? As always. Well, let's see if it's going to catch some crabs. If it can even here. Hey, there we go. Oh, green drag. Oh, because I told it to go in. So it does work. It does work to go in. Okay. So it does work to go in. That's good to know. One part of it worked. One part of it worked. So as far as the going out part, Oh yeah, see? It's just hovering there, so we probably need to set that to like 12. There we go. Caught one already. Nice. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. That's pretty much it. We'll stay out here and I'll see what I can make, because now, you know, I can idle. And just consume just a very low amount of fuel just to keep the generator going. Let's see, probably set this up for me. I'm able to catch them really close. And then I just have to sail over to FJW to sell them, which won't be too bad. So yeah, we could probably hover, I don't know, I could probably figure out something there. We're just barely losing. They watch the electricity and I'll start going back up at around 10 RPS. So I might build an RPS limiter on here. I might have to put that on this ship, which would be alright. And that way when we idle, it can just sit there at a decent RPS. Cool. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. That's going to do it for episode 2. We got set up on the sea. And it appears like we're able to catch crabs. Oh, we're driving. That's why I was wondering why I was going. Going slow. Oh, and here's the wave alert. Daybreak. Oh no, that might wreak havoc on my on the pod. There it is. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep tinkering around here a little bit in the bay and see what's up. If I need more fuel, I'll set up a fuel truck and I'll go and get more fuel and bring it here. But I think initially, like as a change from just taking containers from one port to the next, this is a cool little change there with that. Just something new to do. And as we know, I mean, crabs are serious money in this game. So it should be, you know, it should be alright. The bolt's nice and wide. Oh yeah, look at all the cables got out. I'm going to fix that. I'll just set the length of it and it can just go to a certain length and that's it. I won't worry about the this and that. Because this, we're almost full. Look at that, we're almost full. I don't know what they are a piece, $200-300. You know, 10 of them is about $3 grand. So it's, you know, it's comparable to a container, and I mean, it's, when you think about it, and we're conserving fuel. It's not taking a whole lot of fuel. The wind is spinning me around. Alrighty, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one.